tell you a bit about Scientix. We've had Scientix for 12 years now. It started in 2009 with the support of the European Commission. We've had a lot of experience, a lot of activities. Now, let me tell you the story. Once upon a time, the European Commission felt that there were many projects financed by the Commission and by other institutions, and the moment the projects finished, all the information disappeared, all the content disappeared. So they came up with Scientix, a portal where you could include all the results of the projects. So you can see it on the left-hand side. That's what the Scientix Portal looked like at the beginning. And that's where we collected all the projects, all the resources, all the materials created through those projects. Throughout the years, following feedback received by different partners and ambassadors, we developed it and we improved it. Now, feedback is one of the ways we improve everything we do. It's actually happening also today during the conference. If you want to give us feedback on the different speakers, you can also go back to the lobby, and on the left, you can see rating of the speakers. Now, more important than rating, how about giving constructive feedback or even leaving comments for every speaker? Now, the portal is something that was very important throughout the first years of Scientix. But it's not just a portal. We had Scientix ambassadors from the very, very beginning. At the beginning, we had 30 Scientix ambassadors that stepped in to say, well, we don't know what Scientix is, we don't know what we're doing, but we're there. We can help improve STEM education. On this picture you see now, this is from the first Scientix conference where we had the ambassadors come, support the event, and help in different ways. These Scientix ambassadors were experiencing STEM education, and slowly it expanded. They talked to other teachers, and these teachers talked to other teachers. And they came to the day where we have over 1,000 Scientix ambassadors from more than 50 countries, from across the world. And the important thing is that they're all there working, supporting STEM education in every possible way. Of course, what happens when you have 1,000 Scientix ambassadors from 50 different countries? You need to take into account languages. Only in Europe, you already have many different languages taking place or being used in different countries. So we started with 6 languages. The very beginning of Scientix, we only had 6 of them, and the portal and the navigation were in those 6. Then we discussed we should expand it, and we expanded to 8 languages. And after a few years, we realized that, well, 8 languages is very good, but we should actually be addressing the 24 EU languages. And beyond that, we said, well, that's still not enough. So right now, we use 37 languages that are used not only in countries, but also in regions and of Europe. So with these 37 languages, we support teachers with the different materials and resources. In fact, one of the activities we have now is the translation on demand service, the translation service of Scientix, where we have a competition. It's not really a competition. We're basically asking teachers to tell us which resources on the Scientix repository of resources are the ones that address better the topics of assessment, for example, one of the STEM school label criteria. So so teachers across the world can tell us, well, these ones do help better, and if they're addressing or they help teachers improve both either assessment or school infrastructure, they can go and say, well, these resources are the best ones, and we will be translating them to all 37 languages. It has been a lot of work. At the European Schoolnet, we've been working on Scientix from day one, and I have to admit that at the very beginning, it was rather lonely. We started with only a few colleagues in the organization, and as I was saying, 30 Scientix ambassadors. A few years ago, the European Commission asked us to had this competition or these awards for Commission-funded projects. So what we did is we said, well, I'm going to submit Scientix to see how it goes. And in the application, it said, in order to submit it, you need to add 2 letters of support. Now, it was a Friday, and I said, well, I'm going to ask these Scientix ambassadors. At the time, we had about 300 Scientix ambassadors, 300-400. And I sent this request. I said, well, can you share a letter of support? by Saturday, I had received already 150 letters from different teachers telling us why a Scientix was supporting education in their countries. By Sunday, we had over 300. In the submission, we could only add 2 or 3, but we actually connected. We provided a link that you could see the 300 plus letters of support. And that day, when I was reading all those letters, I realized that Scientix had become a real community, a community where things are happening across Europe, across the world, nonstop, even that I'm not aware of. It's a decentralized action. You can go and see in the map all the different places where things are happening. It's a real community. I was reading these stories of how things were happening in Serbia that I was not aware of. And all this brings us to Scientix, providing a service to everybody. A service that has been adapted as the world changed. During the lockdowns, when we had the schools going into remote teaching, Scientix adapted as well and improved the services. We currently have many different actions going on. We have events like this one. We have events on national level. We have workshops. We have discussions. We have networking events. We have resources. We have webinars, training, MOOCs. All these services you will actually find in the voting poll that you have on the screen, where you can tell us which of the services you find most interesting and useful. We were checking earlier a bit, and we saw that some people were saying that the MOOCs, the professional development activities that we organize under Scientix, are quite useful. We're looking forward to more votes and seeing if that changes throughout the day. Lots of services, lots of things that have happened during the last 12 years. But that's not enough. Why do we do all this? Why do we have Scientix? Why do we work on STEM education? We work on it because we know that STEM is everywhere. We have science from the moment we get up in the morning till the end of the day. And we know, as previous speakers today have said, that we need more students going into STEM subjects and STEM degrees. But even more important is that we need every single person to understand the importance of STEM, of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in our lives, and how it improves what we do, how it makes our lives better. So to continue on contributing and improving this, we have many actions still coming up in the near future. We have the STEM school label is going to continue schools across Europe and the world with their STEM strategies. We have the Scientix TV. We have national contact points, organizations across Europe that support STEM and Scientix at national level. We have professional development activities, both in the European Schoolnet Academy and through Science Projects online workshops. We have networking seminars. Everything to continue connecting everything we have in the world and everything that has to do with STEM. What do we have additionally? We have other actions like the STEM Discovery campaign that is being launched again in February next year with additional support. We are developing a very cool app, so the STEM Discovery campaign will go to your phones, and we have amazing Scientix ambassadors testing the last versions right now, and we'll be launching it on the 1st of February. And we will also be addressing different topics throughout our initiatives. We're going to talk about trees. We're going to be discussing oceans. We're going to even have a MOOC on particle accelerators. We're going to be working on the STEM Education European Roadmap. We're going to talk about nature-based solutions. And we're talking about education resilience in education with a very cool project that we just started. All this supported by Scientix as well. Because that's what Scientix is there for. It's there to support, train, connect, and share. And to do this, we need to be able to discuss with different colleagues and different participants. One of the ways we do it, of course, is the Scientix TV. One of the episodes, so we're going to share with you a bit of a preview on Scientix TV. to show you what we've actually been doing throughout the different episodes. And we hope you like it, and that you, after that, you go and check what we're doing there.
Today, I am going to show you how to make an elephant toothpaste.
Okay.
Welcome to the first edition of the Scientix TV. We want to bring you new episodes each month to highlight developments in our fields, share resources, or just laugh together.
So the announcement is that we are making a $30 million commitment to Lab Exchange over the next 3 years.
I often say that I see the world through STEM glasses.
As a Scientix ambassador, I encourage my colleagues to participate in webinars and professional development courses.
Educators, just like our audience, who want to see their students enjoy learning and help them build confidence and prepare them for their futures.
Researchers have actually found that they can lose up to 2 months worth of knowledge, especially in math. The problem has been well documented in many parts of the world.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of these skills are new, and it's amazing to see how teachers such as Stella are bringing them into the classroom. These skills that are in very high demand, they have a lot to do with how we use our minds in sort of creative and analytical ways.
We should encourage personalized instruction for teachers. So, for example, there are teachers that need complex training where they can be exposed to resources and where they can have very structured guiding.
I would like to highlight that we already have some brilliant advice from industry about how to get in touch with experts.
The decision to follow a STEM career starts in the classroom and is directly linked to teaching.
Oh, are we on?
I think that technology has become an integral part of our daily lives.
But to really learn, understand, and demonstrate mastery in more abstract concepts across STEM subjects, this is where hands-on simulations deliver substantially better results.
Through movable chairs, the space offers a different way of sitting with your classmates. This encourages teamwork and collaborative learning.
I really want to try AR because I think could be a very important technology to transform our classes into laboratory.
Yeah, when you transform a schoolyard into a naturalized schoolyard, for example, or a green schoolyard, you basically change a bit how children play.
And those are vitally important careers. They're also rewarding and good paying careers, and we need technicians in a big way. And we want to make sure that people understand that there are a broad range of careers.
And look what they found.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm gonna go take more measurements. Bye!
I don't think she's coming back to the office anytime soon.
I would say that is not just having some lessons, but living in a different way. And I think that is what we have to teach and to learn with our students.
Thank you for joining Scientix TV, the show where you can see the world through STEM glasses.